Take a poop, take a Johnny poop. Take a poop, take a Johnny poop. Take a poop, take a Johnny poop. Take a poop, take a Johnny poop.
That's a big
Take a
poop.
poop, take a Johnny poop. Why is my webcam not working?
You broke my camera.
There's Lucky. There's Lucky.
Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I'm Lucky.
Here I go! This hand of mine is burning red!
And I'm Michael. Realize the only ones who should kill are those who are prepared to be killed.
Johnny.
Your darkness swallowed up my son? Who decided that?
Erupting! Burning!
Now all of you.
Die.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I am Lucky.
That's Lucky, and I'm Michael.
That's Michael, and I'm Johnny.
They're Michael and Johnny, and I'm Lucky, and we're Anime Casuals. I was trying to figure out how to sew that all together nicely, but I think you guys did a much better job than I did. But anyway, welcome back to the casual discussion, everybody, where we casually discuss topics related to anime. This should be coming up. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hopefully you guys had a great Christmas, because this will be coming out 2 days after Christmas.
Or Kwanzaa,
So
you know.
yeah. That's true. That is very true. I don't want to get canceled on here right now. So let's just go ahead and say happy holidays.
A couple weeks ago, happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
And happy non-celebration day for all of you people who don't celebrate anything. It's just like cheap food on the
I
25th.
wonder, do people that don't like believe in all that stuff, do they just still do presents and stuff, or are they just like, oh no, I totally don't believe it, or do they like?
Well, it's not
off
that they believe it. It's like, you know, in Japan, considering what an anime like thing, people in Japan really don't celebrate Christmas for what it's for. They just use it as a time for
fried chicken, bro. Fried chicken.
Yeah, KFC's huge. We know KFC's huge. They use it. And in fact, the 25th is the most romantic day of the year in Japan, so they treat it like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So it's just a time for
Nice.
togetherness and happiness and decorating the crap out of Japan.
Nice. Well, speaking of decorations, we're not going to be talking about that at all. We're going to be talking about most iconic clothings. If you guys didn't read the, read the thumbnail, read the title of this video. Now, we had a little bit of discussion of what we meant by this, but basically, it's just if you saw the whatever article of clothing it was without the character in it, you could be like, oh, that is definitely that person, or that is definitely from this series. So yeah, since I came up with this one, why don't I start off with to me, I mean, I think this one is just universal. No matter who you are, you're gonna like definitely know what this is. And this is actually for some reason I was watching this one day and I saw the one day that I got this was when I was watching the old One Piece intro. They recently redid the One Piece intro in some of the more recent episodes. I'm not gonna spoil that, but basically, it showed him twirling his straw hat, and I was like, dude, the straw hat, bro, the straw hat. I mean, they have their whole crew is called the Straw Hats. He always has the straw hat. There's some mystery still behind the straw hat. There's so much about the straw hat that still needs to be like discovered. That
One Piece.
Exactly. Don't give me
any
ideas. Don't give me ideas.
No.
Every straw is made of gold.
Oh my gosh, dude! I also that One Piece. Damn it, Johnny! That straw hat freaking is so indestructible, dude. It's been through like water. It's been through like everything. Whereas when I wear a straw hat, that thing just breaks immediately, man. I drop it on the floor, and all of a sudden, like half of it's gone. So yeah, I love the straw hat. Also, you know, I think everybody knows like the Japanese word for straw hat now, Mugiwara. Like everybody knows it just from, well, probably from like a particular villain saying it so much that we've seen recently. But yeah, the straw hat. If you just have that straw hat with the red band around it, you know it is from One Piece, and you know who is wearing it. So anyway, Michael, go ahead.
I wonder if the straw hat will lead them to Raftel.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I have a couple like a little bit older ones, but I'm gonna start with like a more recognizable one. I think all the bleach robes, like all the Shinigami robes, are really like easy to notice. Obviously, like depending on which character you are dressed up as, you might have an extra like robe on the outside, a little bit of flair, a straw hat, and or a Kenpachi, like, you know, eye patch. all of those are pretty recognizable, but I think in Bleach, by far, that robe everybody wears. So it's really recognizable because I think it's like a white robe underneath and then a black robe on top, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Even and simple. Yeah.
Different variations, yeah.
Otherwise, like I wouldn't call it clothing, but like Ichigo's like little Soul Reaper ID badge is like another one that's up there. But I'm trying to think of Bleach. Like, is there any other piece of clothing that's like more recognizable? And I really can't think of one.
The sword itself.
But the sword itself, but that's not clothing. So
I was gonna say maybe
Well,
his Bankai, but it's still the robe. It's just different.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just a different robe.
Yeah, it's just a different robe.
and
so.
everybody looks different in their Bankais. So,
Yeah.
that's my pick.
Okay. I actually realized there's quite a few you could pick from Naruto.
Yeah, there is.
But I think a really big one that I feel like I've seen actually in real life is headbands. I know I've seen a couple of people in that from high school. They would wear a headband, and that was something. That's fine. Go
I have
for
kids
it.
in my school who wear that.
Oh, they're still doing that.
Yes.
There you go.
Except
It
now
just
instead
spans
of just
generations.
the Konoha symbol, it's the slash through it.
Oh, damn, the Sasuke one, huh?
Mhm.
Wow.
Damn.
That's the kids you got to watch.
Yeah. That's
Put them by the door, like get out. Okay. So yeah, I'm going with the headbands.
uh-huh.
Nice.
This might
Actually,
be one of our shorter episodes.
yeah, I was gonna say. Actually, I guess since we're on the Naruto train right now, I'll just keep going with it. Another one that I've seen in real life is the Akatsuki, like
Oh,
the robes,
the
But
cloud, the cloud robe.
Yeah, the cloud robes. I mean, I've seen people cosplay as it, but even like more recently, there was a UFC fighter that had the clouds on his jacket. He's the current middleweight champion of the world right now. But yeah, dude, just watching him like go around like strutting in that thing. I don't know why. I've never felt so much pride as an anime weeaboo than when I saw that guy A, come to the press conference with the Akatsuki jacket on, and B, kick the shit out of the guy that he was facing. And also, it's just, when we first saw it, it was one of the first times I'd ever seen like a major organization in an anime. Besides like maybe the Red Ribbon Army from Dragon Ball, but that one wasn't nearly as big as the Akatsuki. So yeah, the Akatsuki robes are freaking iconic, dude.
Absolutely. And I don't know why we're talking about like I'm talking about robes, you're talking about robes. And I don't know if they're actually called like the robes, but like Inuyasha, is it robes that he wears? I don't like.
There's probably a actual name for it, but yeah, I mean, I don't.
There's
know.
a name for it, but
You
I'm
mean
gonna
like
call it
kimono,
robes.
but it's probably not even.
No, it's
that
like some
literally.
kind of some other name. But the big poofy clothes that they all wear in Inuyasha is very easy to stand out. And Inuyasha's robes itself, the red ones that are like big poofy during down by the legs, those are very iconic. And there's like no other like. If someone's walking down in just those, I could be like, yeah, that's Inuyasha right now. Even like, I think you guys really didn't watch it as much, but I feel like you guys could also pick that out pretty easily. Be like, oh yeah, I got that. That's like pretty simple.
I mean, if it was like bright red, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like,
I've never seen Inuyasha. I don't know. No,
who's that guy with the fox ears and the long white hair? I don't know.
it's furry. Get away.
Oh, don't trigger Lookie.
My next one is gonna be it's a hat. It's gonna be Ash's hat from Pokemon.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
felt
I
like
forgot
that
about that
was
one.
pretty iconic. I feel like that's something I think of Paul a lot. I don't know if he ever had this hat, but I could definitely
I
see
think he
him
did.
getting that hat.
I think he did.
And he was crazy in the Pokemon. He still is. So I'm like, yeah, man, Ash's hat. That thing. I mean, every episode you would see that thing get flipped. I don't know if that still happens though now. Do they do that, or does he just wear it straight all the time?
He wears it sideways like a boy band.
Oh, just
Yeah, and he's
I don't
constantly
like
singing.
that.
He's like, ba ba ba.
cancel Pokemon. Let it die.
Oh man, dude, I don't think Pokemon will ever die because Ash will never get older. I mean, it just
No,
won't
he's
happen.
immortal. So yeah,
There we go.
he's the real Arceus. He's a Pokemon that just doesn't die.
Dude,
Anyway,
Oh
that is
my
wow.
goodness.
We have discovered the secret
all right.
of
Let
Pokemon.
me just put that back in.
Why don't you? Yes.
So my next one is, I mean, I've seen this before, like cosplayed, and I feel like even people who are not familiar with anime would know that where Goku's gi is from. Whenever they see, like, nobody even knows like
I
this,
concur.
like a
I
lot of people
concur.
don't know what the symbol even says on his back, but I guarantee you, a lot of people could like at least get it mostly right, at least from like the gi part of it, and then just like make up some random stuff. Like a lot of people have seen it. Also, I think one of the crazier parts of Goku's getup is his boots. Like they're very strange looking boots. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
they are.
don't like they don't seem like they have any comfort in them. They just seem like they're just slip on, and it's like, all right, cool. I have something on my feet, so they
I'm gonna say
don't
there's
have
no
to.
laces.
With
Yeah,
the
so,
weight
They're
that's in
tight
them.
and all.
yeah, exactly, right. So I
Yeah.
mean, I
Yeah.
guess just so they don't have to animate toes every single time he fights, but yeah, Goku's gi has been iconic. Not only since he's been wearing it like since he was a kid, but also, or well, since King, not what the hell is his name, Roshi, since Roshi,
Mhm.
and granted, I think he still had it in Super. Never mind. GT was the one I was thinking about where they
No,
got rid of it. That was ridiculous.
It changes as the series goes on because that symbol on his back
Yeah,
is not the same throughout the whole
yeah,
series.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it changes based on his teachings. Whatever.
Yeah, because each teacher he has goes, here's a new one,
Some
and
guy
then they
just
put their symbol on the back.
Yeah.
damn, bro. They're just branding this dude, bro. Just
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
branding him, dude.
I mean, lucky would you not brand the strongest man in the universe
I mean,
with anime casuals on the back? Boom,
dude, that'd be good
Lucky,
advertising.
lucky.
Maybe we'd finally get popular if we freaking did that. Like, just
Yeah,
just
exactly.
go to the world's strongest man and just competition, just brand somebody. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go take I'm gonna take my shirt off. Anime casual. Let's check that out. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess they're doing it right because it is one of the most iconic, anime clothings in existence. So, yeah, good job, King Kai, and all the people that King Kai, Master Roshi, and all the people that have trained Goku. Good job.
Absolutely. And you know what else is super iconic nowadays? Well, within the past 5 years, a certain costume has taken over the female cosplay industry. We've had a guest star on Anime Casuals. We call him Anime Josh, and he absolutely is head over heels for this character. And I'm talking about Zero Two. Zero Two absolutely is iconic, although you might confuse her with an Evangelion character at some point, because it's very similar, like clothing that they both wear. But the little horns really give it away, and Zero Two like took over everywhere. Like you would see Zero Two like cosplay all over the place. You would see Zero Two posters and toys. Her little like kid version. It was literally all over the place until it like really diminished in the past like 2 years. So I really think Zero Two is like a very popular cosplay and very iconic costume because it's not every day you see. Oh, okay, I lied. I was about to say it's not every day you see a female anime character in a skin tight costume. That's
Could
wrong.
be every day.
But in a skin tight red costume that looks like a spacesuit, that's different.
Ah, there we go.
That could still be every day.
Do you have any skin tight suits you would like to talk about, Johnny?
No, but I do have a bald man I want to talk about.
Oh, good
I got
choice.
pretty upset about this. 'Cause,
Krillin.
Yeah, it's the police officer uniform that Krillin would. No, it's not that. I got upset. I wanted to look through my closet because I think I still have it. I have a sweater. And it's the same sweater that One Punch Man wears like on his days off, and it says Opie on it. And I was like, I should have worn it. Actually, I think I would have had to like just drape it over myself because it's too small. It doesn't fit on me. But I think that's a pretty iconic sweater if you can buy that. You know, the Saitama Opie sweater.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I wish I had brought it.
I also think that's funny because like that's like a more niche, like popular one. Like people love One Punch Man. It's a great series. Maybe a little less on season 2.
Think it's not as popular.
No. I think that's like a more niche popular. Like people who really like One Punch Man will recognize his original suit, but then be like, I got it. I was like, where'd that Opie sweatshirt come from? It's like casual One Punch Man.
I'm hoping it's kind of thing like once you see it, like you can't unsee it. You'll be like, oh, but you know, who knows?
He's got a couple sets of clothing.
Nice. Yeah, that's speaking of okay, well, not niche ones, but this is kind of like a universal one that I see all the time, which is I mean, Japanese high school girl out like uniforms. They're all pretty much the same. Like they're
just
all
traditional schoolgirl.
They're all pretty much the same, dude. They're like all like short skirts,
I mean, that's true.
Which are not actually like if you look at real Japanese high school girl uniforms, like their skirts actually go a lot lower than that. Thank God, by the way. That would be so crazy if they actually allowed that in Japanese high schools. But yeah, I mean, I see it all the time, right? Like, it doesn't matter. And then also with like some variations, some of the girls wear stockings. I don't know. Some of the dude, I've seen like several anime where they like make it a point to show you that they're wearing like athletic shorts underneath. It's just like there's so many variations to it, but at the same time, there's not really that many variations. It's just literally the same. It's like, hey, here's a Japanese high school girl uniform, and yeah, you're
Let's go
gonna
to the
like it.
rooftop.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what's funny is like I feel like it wasn't for me until I watched Haikyuu, where it was actually like, oh, this high school has a different uniform than this high school, and it's like the boys have a wide variety, and the girls have differences, but they're still basically the same.
Yeah, it's like ever since like, dude, I mean every single anime I watch, also since I watch a lot of high school romance anime, like that happens too, like where all of a sudden you just keep seeing the same uniform with different colors, of course. Obviously they're not all the same exact uniform, but they have the same basic criteria, which is be really short in terms of length, and then some type of collared shirts. Sometimes they have the sailor uniform ones, but yeah, it's all basically the same. So that's my
Kill, kill,
choice.
kill.
Yeah.
There
Oh,
you go.
definitely like Kill la Kill. Which is,
Those
an
uniforms are
iconic
crazy.
transforming outfit. So my next one, even though it's a newer anime, I think it's still iconic at this point because the patterns that are on like the robes they wear, I'm just gonna say robes for everything. Everything's a robe. The uniforms that they wear are so iconic to today that you could probably just see the pattern on a wall and be like, I know where that's from. And you'd be like, you would not be confused with any other anime. I'm gonna say like every costume from Demon Slayer is so iconic to this point. I literally have a sticker with just the pattern of I think Zenitsu's the coat he wears. It's so recognizable for how detailed each one of the patterns on all of their clothing is that you could recognize that from a mile away, even if somebody was just wearing like the coat they wear. I think that's easy enough. And even oh no, I forgot her name. It's Bamboo Girl. What's her name?
Bamboo Girl.
He doesn't know.
Sorry, hold on.
Tetsuko. Dang.
I was gonna say that, but the minute you said it, I just couldn't stop laughing. That was hilarious.
Even Netsuko has like patterns on her that are very recognizable. Well, hers are a little bit more simple, but like it's really, you would have to almost be like turn away and be like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is because of how recognizable the patterns are at this point. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I only have a few more in my head floating around. So
okay.
I don't have too many more. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. If I had to say one, I might say like a scarf flowing in the wind. I feel like I see that a lot. There's a couple characters who do that.
Oh, okay.
Or I'm thinking of just one character that does that.
I'm trying to think of who you might
Everyone
be
from Attack on
talking
Titan
about.
is iconic.
Mikasa, who has a scarf that's
Thinking
around
of
her
who
neck.
you might be talking about. I was actually gonna say I probably would have guessed Natsu too, since he always has that fucking scarf. That's a pretty iconic one. I guess why don't we do some lightning round stuff then?
Attack on Titan's another uniform. I feel like people.
That's actually a pretty good one too. So the last one's here. Naruto's orange jumpsuit. It was either this one or Rock Lee's green jumpsuit. Like they're both very iconic. The jumpsuit is just really iconic. The green. I think it's. Let me look down. Yeah, it's the green uniform from Yu Yu Hakusho, and also for some reason Kuwabara's blue. I guess since he's in another class, that's a really interesting color pattern for it.
Button up.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I'm wearing the shirt right now. You can see it. Like, like it's so weird because like other anime typically have just the regular black one. Like they don't really have like other colors typically. But
they're a special high school.
Yeah, dude, this is a special fucking high school where they beat the shit out of each other. Then they got this one a little. This one kind of I'd say for the end, but it's Archer's get up from Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works or Fate Stay Night 2006.
Like red jacket thing.
Yeah, it's a very weird like you can definitely tell that the inspiration of Fate Stay was from freaking erotic game. Just from the way he dresses, but it's not about the source material. It's all about how they deliver it. So that's what I always tell. That's how I always tell people about Fate. And then we had just mentioned it. The Junketsu, Ryoko's Junketsu is just so iconic. And I see a lot of very daring young ladies try and pull that that uniform off. But yeah, those are the last of my picks here.
You know what I was thinking? In Mob Psycho, they wear a very similar uniform to Yu Yu Hakusho,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like the little button up, but it's all black instead.
Yep.
I don't know why that just popped in my head. The next one I would be saying, I don't know if it's iconic to her, but it is iconic, and it's the maid uniform. The maid uniform is in a lot of different things. Like my background now is Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. She's wearing one. They're all different, as Kobayashi likes to tell us. There's different eras of maid uniforms. But the one I'm thinking of is Rem and Ram. Like they both wear identical maid uniforms. And they're very poofy, so I think they're pretty easy to pick out. But I don't test me on that, because I don't think I could get away with a test on like whose maid uniform is that? Because absolutely not.
That's like a weeb test. Like you didn't like pick every maid outfit out. Like that's from this episode, this anime.
Otherwise, I don't think I have another one. I would also say maybe like Kana, but you don't see too many people like cosplaying as Kana.
Mm.
That's why Dragon Maid was in my head. I also don't want to see too many people cosplay as Kana. Only children, please. She was a child. Don't you see adults in Kana cosplay?
Now you've spoken it into the universe, Michael. It's gonna happen. So get ready for that.
Okay. Yeah.
So I really only have one for my lightning round, and
I got one
from Naruto. It's the fourth Hokage's duster with the flames.
Oh, good one. Good choice.
Also Naruto's eventually. I feel like that's super iconic, and I would just recognize it anywhere.
Oh, good choice, dude. Wow.
Let me add one onto that. Every costume from My Hero is insanely recognizable. Sorry, that was floating in the back of my head in the beginning, and then I forgot about it. But I don't think you can walk down and be like, "Oh, what are those giant grenades on your arm?" Oh, I don't know. Like, oh, okay, we get it. Like All Might's costume.
I'm enlisting.
Yeah, it's like if you just see. Yeah. Tell me more. And like I think all of their costumes are immediately recognizable, but it's not like traditional clothing because it's a superhero costume. I think you could walk down the street and be like, that's Superman's costume. Okay, I get that. But I don't think anybody would be ever confused by seeing a red, white, and blue All Might walking past you.
No, probably not.
Oh my god.
Especially pull off the yellow hair things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
freaking
that's what I meant.
You know, I was just thinking about it. Like
Vegeta's armor was also another.
Oh, that's a good one. Vegeta's armor. Yeah, that's a good one.
See my Vegeta.
The Vegeta. I was gonna say also like with Johnny's pick was like maybe Naruto's Sage like version of the Hokage's thing. I think that was one of like the first times where everybody was like, "Yo, that's freaking badass." But then you just realize it's just a robe over his like regular clothes, and then he never wears it again. Like, come on, bro.
I consider it more of a niche anime. It's not really niche, but I also don't see everybody going, "Hey, have you watched this anime?" Like Code Geass, Lelouch's like Zero costume is very iconic as well. But I don't talk to people about Code Geass all the time, so I mean, I don't know how actually iconic it would be. I don't know if somebody walking down the street would be like, "I know what that's from."
Yeah, and then speaking of Lelouch, I mean, all the girls there are still dressed up in the same high school uniforms. That's like a freaking except with like sweaters and stuff. So
same with Platinum End.
Oh man, I guess we already got into that because the Weekend Talk already happened. It's really hard to keep these timelines going. But anyway, guys, remember you can check out. Yeah, exactly right. If you haven't checked it out yet, you gotta check it out. But that's not a here or there. So remember, you can check out all things casual at the link tree in the description box down below. Also, if you'd like to email us, you can email us at animecasuals with an S, real, REAL, @gmail.com. But as always, guys, don't forget to keep
it
casual.